Authorization and Referral Management, commonly referred to as ARM, provides a central routine for colleagues to process and distribute diagnostic orders, authorizations, and referrals from a work list of accounts. The ARM module provides integration capabilities for the organization as we utilize the one chart process. ARM supports referrals that originate from within the organization and allows them to automatically populate at a specialty department and provides strategic tracking of orders. This helps reduce delays in patient care, improves patient compliance and outcomes. It provides a central location for physicians, nurses, and administrative personnel to view internal and external referrals and diagnostic orders. It effectively tracks the entire cycle of the order. While the training materials we'll cover represent new workflows, it is essential to acknowledge the dynamic nature of our processes. Between now and the official implementation, there might be minor adjustments made to further streamline our operations. As a result, you may notice slight variations from the training materials or processes that we cover. These changes aim to improve efficiency and effectiveness and are a natural part of our commitment to continuous improvement.
Welcome to the Processing Referrals Health Stream. Once you've logged into MEDITECH, click on the Insurance Verification desktop. You will click on the plus sign for your specific office to expand the accordion to view your referrals work list. Click on the orthopedics incoming work list as our example. Tasks coming to this work list will be in pending status. To select a task, highlight the row and click on Edit, Auth, and Referral. The first thing you'll change is the status from pending to in process, and you'll add your name as the assigned user. Next, you will go to the Codes tab, verify that your diagnosis code meets appropriateness for this referral, and then you will follow your specific office's scheduling process. You will click on the Additional Info tab and make call 1. All of your phone calls will be documented here under Scheduling. You will click on the down arrow and choose Attempt 1. You will enter in the date of last attempt as the day you've called the patient. In the scheduler notes, you'll start with the date that you've made the call and document the outcome of your phone call. If you are finished at this point, you'll click Save, click OK. And let's say tomorrow you're making call number 2. You'll go back to your task, highlight it, click Edit, Auth, and Referral, hop over to that Additional Info tab, and this time you're going to change the attempt to schedule. You'll click on the down arrow and backspace, and you'll hit Cancel. Oh, there we go. Click on Second Attempt. Change the date of last attempt to the 10th. And then on top of that, hit Enter. Start with the date again. And document the outcome of this call. At this point, you would then follow your office's process for scheduling the appointment. Here you would click on the Visits tab, and you would add and remove, and you would attach the visit for this particular task it will link to the auth and referral to the visit. You will click OK. You will then go over to the Main tab, change your status from in process to complete. Click Save, click OK, and during the next refresh, that task will fall off your work list. The next referral that we will process is an external referral. to our internal specialty of orthopedics. These referrals would be coming in by fax. Once you have that fax, you would click New Auth and Referral. You would search for your patient, select your patient, and you would then, under the Referred By section, the source would be listed as outside. Provider would be whomever that referral is coming from. In the Referred To box, the destination is inside. Specialty for this example would be orthopedics. And the insurance you would pull from the dropdown. And the referral type would be an A and B referral. Your status then would be in process. You would give your name as assigned user. Effective date would be today's date that you're entering. You would then go over to the Notes tab. If your particular office requires any kind of in-clinical review, you would document that by clicking New Note. The subject is always going to be the referral type, followed by the word referral. Click on Text. Here you can document anything that your clinical team would need to know. Click OK. On the Additional Info tab, you will click on, you would follow your office's process to contact the patient to schedule, just like we demoed earlier. And here you would start with the date. And then you would go over to the Visits tab, click on Add and Remove. And again, you would click on what you just entered in to attach to the visit. Click OK. Click on the Main tab, change your status from in process to complete, and click Save. Click OK. And now you're back to your work list. The next one we will go through is an internal referral to an external location. So you'll go back out to the home list and go to your outgoing referrals. These are going to be referrals that are placed by your particular providers. Here we have a rheumatology referral placed by Dr. Owens. We're going to click Edit Auth and Referral. We are going to change pending to in process, add our name to the assigned user. And we've got this referral is going outside the organization to Parkview Rheumatology, Fort Wayne. If it was blank, you would fill that in by clicking the down arrow, and you would choose from the external locations list if it's not filled in. You would then go over to the Additional Info tab, and we want to document why this referral is going external. So you'll click on that drop down, and for this option, it's specialist, not in network. We do not have rheumatology within Goshen Physicians. There is no way for us to convert to an internal provider. You'll then click on your Notes tab, and here you would click on New Note, and your subject line again would be rheumatology referral. Click on the text box, and here you would document how you sent the referral and what the patient can expect. And click on OK. And click the main tab. In process now goes to complete, and click Save. Click OK. Go to your Home button and pull up we're going to review what happens if a referral is declined. On your home screen, you'll click on the Orthopedics Incoming Referrals, and you'll select the task that you're working on. Click Edit Auth and Referral, and you would automatically change pending to in process. Add your assigned username, And in this case, go over to the codes tab, and you notice that this diagnosis code is not appropriate for this referral. So this needs to be sent back. So you'll go over to the additional info tab, and you will click on the referral declined and select a reason. And for this one, you would say inappropriate referral. And go back to your main tab, change your status from in process to referral declined. If there are any other notes that you would like to let the ordering provider know, you would start your subject with orthopedics referral, click on the text box, add any documentation there. And click OK. And over on the main tab, just double check that you've changed your status, referral declined. Go ahead and click Save. Click OK. And then you can return to your home screen. And we'll go back to the ordering provider's work list under referral declined. And what you're going to see here is the task has now gone back to the ordering provider's work list for them to review and resubmit. Thank you. Welcome to the Processing Internal and External Diagnostic Orders health stream. Once logged into MEDITECH Expanse, you will navigate to the ARM work list by clicking on the Insurance Verification desktop. On the ARM home screen, select the plus sign associated with your department's specialty to show all related work lists. Select your department orders work list for your office. Tasks coming to this work list are in a pending status. Select the task to work by either check marking the box or highlighting the row. Click Edit Auth and Referral from the right pane. On the main tab of the task, update the task status from pending to in process, and select the assigned user and enter your name, and click Save. This indicates to others that the task is being processed. You're back to your home screen of your orders. Click on the Edit Auth and Referral to reopen the task, and click on the Codes tab to review CPT codes associated to the order. View the order for appropriateness and authorization requirements. You can refer to the Goshen Physician's Quick Guide to determine if authorization check is needed, which can be found on the Info Hub. If CPT code does not require an authorization check, update the status to auth exempt. Please note that VA insurance and workers' comp claims do not follow this process and require approval for all tests. Or, if the CPT code does require an authorization check, follow your office workflow for obtaining prior authorization. If authorization is in process, select a workflow status until a final result is received. If a test falls under the PASS program, update the task status to no auth required, and on the authorization number, type in the word PASS. Please note that the PASS program is valid for only Goshen Health facilities. If this is for Medicare, you can change the status to no auth required. The authorization number then would be Medicare. Once the final authorization result is received, update the ARM task. On the main tab, update the status to no auth required or approved. The authorization number will be the authorization number or no PA required and a reference number. The referral number would be something like the portal name, Availity, AIM, or the representative name if you did call. And then the pre-cert number would be the phone call number called if completed verbally. The effective date is the authorization validity start date. The expiration date is the authorization validity end date, and you'll enter that here. On the Details tab, enter a 1 in the Exams field. This is a result of your authorization, which is approved for 1 appointment. If the task is a standing order, enter the number of approved visits in this field. Click on the Codes tab. Verify all CPT codes associated with the order and prior authorization check have been entered. Enter any missing codes by clicking the plus sign. Please note, Echo Orders add-on codes will be entered here. Any codes authorized as a grouper code should be added here as well, such as colonoscopies. On the Notes tab, create new documentation by clicking on New Note at the bottom. In the subject field on the main tab, label the task according to the test details. For example, MRI brain without contrast. Next, click on the Text tab and add documentation supporting your workflow and authorization process. Once completed, click Save. Please also note to add additional documentation regarding this task, follow the above process to navigate to the Notes tab and click Update Note so that we're not adding additional notes. Upload the payer portal authorization printout into ARM following the standard work for scanning using the category of insurance authorization. For internal diagnostic scheduling, at this point you would click Save. The scheduling department will contact the patient to schedule testing. The task will remove from the work list on the next refresh, and the task is then finished. For external facility scheduling, follow the facility requirements for sending orders and authorizations. You can see the Facilities tab on the Quick Guide for more information. The scheduler will contact the patient for scheduling preferences, contact the facility to schedule per office protocol. On the Notes tab, update documentation by clicking Update Note. On the Text tab, add documentation supporting your workflow and authorization process. You will then click Save. On the Main tab, verify that the Referred To location field is correct. If you need to add it, you can click the down arrow and look up the facility. And you'll select the one that you want. The specialty does not need to be filled in. You would then change the status to approved. Just like you would for an internal diagnostic order. The scheduling departments will update task statuses for internal. Specific tasks will flow back to the ordering provider group ARM work list. If you see a status of scheduled auth issue, this will return to the ordering provider work group list and replace emails from pre-reg colleagues. These tasks would need to be worked urgently. Patient access will run a code check prior to scheduling any test. If you see a task of failed code check, that means the diagnosis code does not meet medical necessity requirements for the CPT code. You will reassess as appropriate. The task will then flow back to the ordering provider work group ARM work list. After scheduling, you may see a status from pre-reg with that scheduled auth issue. That means that the patient is scheduled for testing, the authorization is not valid. You'll want to look at the Notes tab for information needed. Once corrected, update the status to Schedule Approved, Scheduled No Auth Required as appropriate. Schedulers will Statuses that are in a scheduled status that also have a stat as the priority level. This means that the test has been scheduled by patient access and the task has come back to the ordering provider group work list to start the prior authorization process. You would refer to your stat standard work for more details. Another status would be inability to contact patient. Schedulers use if patient was not reachable. The task will flow back to the ordering provider work group list. Once you're finished, you can click Save and the tasks are complete. Thank you.